Hello class, my name is Monica. I did my power presentation on art and symbolism in the Buddhist culture. I'm going to start off by just briefly explaining what Buddhism is. Buddhism is a religion, dharma, that teaches the means to end suffering by eliminating desire, greed, hate, and ignorance in order to exist in a state of lasting unconditional happiness and enlightenment. The goal is to reach nirvana, which is freedom from suffering and rebirths. There are three branches of Buddhism. I'm going to totally butcher these names, I apologize. And I've color-coded each one with the part of the map so you have an idea of where that particular branch is primarily set. And that is the Theravada Buddhism, and that's the red, and you'll see that in Burma, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and Sri Lanka. The yellow is the Mahayana Buddhism, primarily practiced in China and Vietnam and Korea. And then the Vajrayana, or the Tantric Buddhism, that's my orange, and you'll see that in Tibet, Nepal, Mongolia, and all the little areas there that you see as orange. The Theravada Buddhism, that's the oldest form of Buddhism. It's dominant in Sri Lanka, Burma, Thailand, Laos, and Cambodia. And their subject matter of Buddhism art is from these traditions focus on the life of Buddha. Mahayana Buddhism is a philosophical movement practiced in a variety of forms, especially in China, Tibet, Japan, and Korea, as stated previously. The Vajrayana Buddhism, that one was developed 500 BCE in India, and it's the one that it closely identifies with Tibetan Buddhism. The significance of symbols and art in Buddhism, that's the point of the PowerPoint. So symbols aid in learning and solidify recall. The more frequent and exclusively a symbol is used for a particular belief, the more recall value that symbol will provide. Like all major religions of the world, Buddhism also uses symbols and art to represent certain aspects of the religion and their teaching. There's the 8 symbols of good fortune. Buddhists' art frequently make use of a particular set of 8 common used symbols, and they're called the Ashtamangala. Again, I apologize, I'm butchering the name. These sacred symbols have spread with Buddhism to the arts of many different cultures, including the Indian, Tibetan, Nepalese, and Chinese art. And so these are the 8 symbols here. And they, like I said before, they represent an aspect of Buddhism teaching and are used to teach as a teaching tool, pointing to qualities of the enlightened mindset. So I'm going to go over each of the 8. There's the lotus flower, which represents purity and enlightenment because it is rooted, the flower is rooted in the mud, but floats on the water without becoming wet or muddy. We got the 2 golden fish, representing interdependence, happiness, good fortune, fertility, and salvation. The Dharma wheel represents knowledge, the 3 parts of Buddhism, the practice of Buddhism. There's the hub, which stands for the training in moral discipline, where the mind is stabilized. The spokes symbolize the application of wisdom in regards to emptiness, which cuts off ignorance. And then there's the rim that symbolizes the training for concentration, in which holds the entire practice together. Now this is just one thought of what this represents. I know there's other ideas of what the Dharma wheel stands for. Banner of victory represents the battle of wisdom over ignorance, overcoming all hindrance and attaining permanent enduring happiness. The vase, or vase, represents an abundance of good fortune, a fulfillment of spiritual and material wealth. The parasol, or the umbrella, represents royalty and protection from the elements, protection against the heat of the defilements known as nyamangs. And there's the endless knot representing eternal harmony, interdependence, and the infinite wisdom of Buddha. And then lastly, there's the conch shell representing the thoughts of Buddha, symbolizing the fame of his teaching, which spread in all directions like the sound of a conch trumpet. And that is my quick presentation on symbolism in the Buddhist faith. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it.